And here is another special episode, an interview that we did with Gary Carroll. He makes baskets, and we met him...
it was a year and a half ago at Martin Station. I remember we were walking around and people were saying, "Hey, John, Kevin, you got to meet Gary." And I remember the time we left, I felt like I had known Gary for a long time. He's like everyone's friend.
Right. And we actually shot an interview with him way back there, like 16 months ago or whatever it was. And then we didn't have all the audio we needed or something. And so I went back there this year and actually redid the interview with him. So that's how it turned out. And that's why it's taken so long. Sorry about that, Gary.
Yeah. Now, the interesting thing about Gary is he was a basket maker and was not connected with living history. And he visited, I think it was Martin Station, and realized there was a connection between what he was doing as a hobby and his love for history, and he brought it together.
Yeah. So this is a great interview. Gary's a great guy. So enjoy this interview.
I would say my interest in basket making started about 10 years ago when I went into the woods to help my cousin acquire hickory bark for bottom and straight back chairs. We talked about all the different crafts in this area, and he used to make white oak baskets where you go out and cut the tree and do everything yourself. And sort of piqued my interest in learning how to do the basket craft. And he said, "Sure, yeah, I bet you can do it." And so the challenge was there, and so I said, "Give me a little while, and you'll see." I got some books and actually watched some old-time basket makers and read after them. And in about 2 years, I felt like, hey, I'll get this down. I think I'm doing okay. Folks encouraged me to start selling baskets, and I did. I went to some of the festivals. And it has grown into, actually, a side business. I've had opportunities to travel, and I was on the cover of Tourism magazine years ago, and there are just so many benefits from keeping traditional art alive. I tried different things, different hobbies, different crafts. There's one that will become your passion. You wake up in the morning at times thinking about a basket design, about going into the woods and finding that perfect tree that makes those perfect splits, that it's just, when you peel it, it's like slicing butter. It's just so soft and it works so easy. Doing hickory work with chairs, I mean, someone could look at this and it just mean nothing to them. I can look at it and all the colors and the designs and the wood, and I see the finished product, and it makes you feel good that you have accomplished something that somebody's going to be able to use and enjoy. The hardest basket I ever made was the first one, and I still have it. I have the first 2 baskets that I ever made. I don't do this to eat. I do it for fun, and just the pleasure that I see in people's face when they say, "Oh, wow, that's beautiful! I love that." And they'll come back next year and they say, "Oh, I've got one of your baskets." I say, "Well, you need another one because you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket." So sometimes they get one, sometimes they just laugh and walk off. So, but that's my experience with the